John, was that a quintessential John Schneider, Blue Jays, all hands on deck kind of victory tonight?
Yeah, that's kind of how we roll, So much credit to the guys up and down the lineup being ready to come into the game. They were ready during BP, talking to Nate, talking to Izzy, Addy. Those at-bats in that inning, starting with Bo's walk, then a knock, it kind of just kept on going. But those were some pretty terrific at-bats from everyone up and down the order, yeah.
Same row, Gregor.
John, your calling cards all year has been making pitchers work. Just wondering how much of that played into what do you think happened in kind of like later on, because you guys really forced a lot of deep counts on Snell early.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Just Varsh just missed a breaking ball, I think, in the first, but it's 29 pitches. You made him work, not a lot of swing and miss. It's kind of what we wanted to do against him. And then hopefully sooner or later he makes a mistake, and then Varsh capitalized, and then in the sixth there, just really good at bats, and then carried it over into their bullpen. So it was really a good approach from everyone today. And then you got to get ready for tomorrow against another really tough pitcher.
Third row on your left, Keegan.
John, you've seen big innings before, but given the stage of the World Series, what was it like for you personally to see Barger's big moment and how the rest of that inning played out?
Man, that was I was just talking to Max, who's been through basically everything, and just hearing him say, never really felt an inning like that, in the World Series. My vantage point was pretty cool. Nate's at bat to work a walk after being down 0-2. Himmy gets the hit, and then, I'm trying to force a lefty there. It's one out. You trust Barge to have a good approach to hopefully hit a sac fly, and then you get Vladdy against Banda. And Barge, man, he didn't budge. He was ready to go and hit a mistake pitch. So that was a little bit more than what we could have hoped for. But that inning, to watch those guys navigate that was pretty cool.
Tyler, second row on your left.
What have you seen from Varsho these last 3 years? Seems like he gets more and more power every year. And how has he developed that power? And also how big was that last at bat against Snell to draw that walk and knock him out?
Yeah,
get hit by pitch.
Yeah, Varsh has been. I wish Varsh was healthy the whole year, for him and for us, but mainly for him. But he's made some adjustments. He's always kind of had this potential, and the adjustments he made with Pop and Lou and Hunter, even going back to the off season, when he had surgery and when he started hitting, he had a really specific plan what he wanted to do. So he's been good against lefties. He's been good against righties. And I think he's kind of just coming into a complete player. We always think about his defense and his base running, but the added threat there with the power is huge.
Fourth row on the far left, Daniel.
John, how could you describe Alejandro Kirk's performance tonight, and what does that guy bring to the table inside and outside the field?
Yeah, Kirk, he's just so steady, and that's I've said it before, it's one of the many things we love about him. It's hard to catch, and formulate a game plan with a young starter, multiple pitchers coming in against a really tough lineup. I thought he did a great job behind the plate. His at-bats were awesome. Again, you never really know. You never really know when he can do that. He did it against the Yankees, and he's had some good at-bats that haven't resulted in, what he wanted, but just to hit the ball to right field, be smart enough to not try to stretch it into a double, and allowing Varsh to do what he did. But Kirky has been so steady all year, both at the plate and behind the plate.
Second row on your right, John.
Hey, John, congratulations. To take it more big picture, you're 1-0 as a World Series manager. How's that feel?
It feels great right now. You know what I mean? It's in about 10 minutes. Tomorrow's tomorrow, so I'm happy for the guys. I'm happy for the way they all kind of did their part today. For me personally, for the next 10 minutes, coolest part of my day was catching Cito's first pitch. Guy's a legend, and to hear him say the things he did about my team and me, pretty damn cool tonight.
Fourth row on the right, Mike.
John, we've heard sometimes how Addison Barger doesn't know who's playing the next day, doesn't worry about things like that. How much does that mindset help dropped into a spot like that tonight?
Yeah, he keeps things simple, you know what I mean? And I think he has a great back and forth with our hitting coaches. And in this stage of the season, if you're starting or if you're not starting, there's a pretty specific approach and plan with what you're trying to do. for a young guy to go out and execute it is another thing. So, really cool moment for him. First pinch hit grand slam in World Series history. You know, that's a really cool moment. Addie's been so big for us this year, and I hope he doesn't know who's pitching tomorrow.
And Varsho has also, as you were talking about before, but that's, I mean, I know he was hurt a lot of the year, but that's the first home run Blake Snell's given up to a left-handed batter all season. We've seen Varsho do that before. What did you see there?
I saw him, you know, I believe his first at bat was a breaking ball that he kind of just missed, and I saw him being ready to attack a fastball. Again, these games, again, tomorrow will be a different set of circumstances, but these games come down to players in the moment making adjustments and executing. And, you know, Blake is a damn good pitcher, and you're going to have to do something like that, make him work early. Hopefully you hit a mistake, but you know, Varsh and everyone in there is not going to back down. You know what I mean? Which is what I love about this group.
One row behind, John.
John, what were your impressions of Bo tonight at the plate and in the field, and what led to the decision to pinch run for him there in the sixth?
I thought Bo offensively looked like him. You know, he gets a knock on a 3-0 changeup. And then working the walk, man, was really impressive. You know, Bo's a tough guy to walk. He's up there ready to hit, you know. So I thought he handled himself really well. His at-bats looked like him. The play up the middle was kind of the thing we were looking for, and he handled it, made a good throw. That was kind of the plan going in, was to see if we can get him 3 at-bats against a starter, see how he's feeling, and probably take it a little bit, you know, play it a little bit cautiously from there. So I love the fact that he was the guy that kind of started that 6th inning.
Third row in the left center aisle, John.
Hey, John, you've spoken about the trust you have in this whole roster, but to have the options you do on the bench like you were able to turn to in the bottom of the 6th, how easy does that make your job as a manager?
It's never easy, man. But, I mean, these guys make me look good, you know, more times than not. But I think it's a long list of things that have to happen, you know. It's communicating to them before the game. It's Donnie telling them in game, and then it's the hitting coaches getting them ready, right? So I just love the fact that they're all ready to play, and they know what their skill set is. You know, in there, you're trying to make contact with that situation, and he ends up working a walk. Addie, you know, he's trying to hit a sac fly, probably. You know, I haven't talked to him really. He's been busy, but it is nice that we can be versatile and try to grasp some matchups, and we've been doing it all year.
Up front on your left, Ron.
Did you anticipate Bo would be favoring the knee out there as much as he was?
I didn't really know. You know, I gotta, you know, we talked to him throughout the game, and you didn't know how much adrenaline was going to kick in or not. And this guy hasn't played in 7 weeks. You know, this is such a tough ask. You know, hey, go play a position you haven't played all year. It's game 1 of the World Series. Go do it. He did it. Everyone's grinding right now. You know what I mean? But I'm so happy for him that he had the mindset coming in to just say, hey, I want to help. I want to fit in. And he did tonight. You know what I mean? He did. He's been the focal point of our offense for a long time. And to come in and not try to do too much was impressive. See how he wakes up tomorrow. But, man, he was awesome tonight.
And with Bo and Daulton and Vladdy, can you tell they're sons of former players just from their knowledge and attitude?
Yeah, man. I mean, I feel like we've had a lot of those guys over the course of, you know, my time here. And they're baseball players, man. I think that you never really know how guys are going to respond to their first World Series, right? And that's a real thing. But the way they conduct themselves and how they prepare and how they see the game, obviously, is to their benefit.
Up front on your right, John.
Hi, Coach. How important is the crowd and the energy in this kind of situation, in this kind of game?
Crowd was electric tonight, you know. I mean, they've been waiting a long time for a World Series to come back here, and I hope that they're just as loud, if not louder, tomorrow. But it's not very often you get a feeling like we had in Game 7 or tonight in the 6th inning. You can't take it for granted. This is a special place to play, and everyone here in this city or in this building and across the country, we feel it for sure. Again, it's nice, but you got to get ready for tomorrow.
Finish up with Keegan on your left.
John, further on the crowd in the 9th with Otani up, were you able to make out that, whether it was "we don't need him" or "we don't need you" chant? And how do you feel about the crowd getting involved there?
I just wanted to get the third out. You know, I love energetic fan bases. It happens in different ways and shapes and forms in every stadium. We saw it just the last series in Seattle, you know. Kind of heard it, but you know, it's tough to talk about a player like that, to be honest with you. You know, he's special. I'm glad that the home run that he hit came when it came, and we had a little cushion. But I love that our fans are passionate about our team.
All right, John. Thanks. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.
Start up front. Oops. Hope you're all right. We'll start up front on your left.
Hey Trey, you strike out Ohtani to start Game 1 of the World Series. How surreal is that? Like, how do you feel about that?
And it's my goal to go out there and strike out everybody I face. So being able to start off the game on a hot note was definitely a boost in my confidence. But I mean, it was cool. It was really cool.
Keegan in the third row, Trey.
Trey, by the time your offense had that 9-run inning, were you like training room, clubhouse? Where were you?
I was in the clubhouse watching on TV.
So were you alone celebrating that, or what was that experience like for you in there?
No, I was not alone. I had some other pitchers in there with me, and we were jumping all around, high-fiving every time. It was great to see the offense rolling 1 through 9.
Any questions for Trey? I'll go in the second row on your right, Trey.
So Trey, this might sound obvious, but how did your first World Series game feel?
It was an insane experience that I'll remember for the rest of my life. I wish, personally, I could have done a little bit better, but that's why this is a team sport, and we have 9 other guys on the field.
How far away does Single A Dunedin feel tonight?
I don't know. Playing in front of 250 fans instead of whatever it was tonight is a little bit different.
Second row on your left, Tyler.
Trey, when you pitch, in front of a defense like this, specifically Varsho in center and even Jimenez at short, like, what does that allow a pitcher to do when you know those guys are going to catch it?
It just makes you feel good about letting the ball get put in play. Not only those guys, but Bichette, his first game at second base, and he makes a spectacular play to get me out of an inning. Just having the confidence in every single guy out there is massive for any pitcher.
Fourth row on the right, Trey.
Hey Trey, that was the least we've seen you use your splitter in a start. Was that a strategic thing, or did you just not have a feel for it today, or just a choice you and Kirky made?
Didn't have as much of a feel for it as I have in previous starts, and also was a pretty split to righty almost lineup, so went with the slider a little bit more.
Anything else for Trey? All right, Trey, congratulations. Great job. Appreciate it.
Hey, guys. Addison, obviously, first pinch hit grand slam in World Series history. Can you just walk us through, finding out you were going to get into the game and then the whole at-bat there?
Yeah, so they had been talking to me for the last inning or so, to get ready, might come in. And, they kind of just told me when Davis is in the hole, you're going to hit here. And then, yeah.
And the at-bat?
Yeah, obviously they brought in the lefty for me. And I was just trying to put the ball in play, get a run home, hopefully. That was kind of my only goal, and it ended up working out better than that.
Other questions? Go to the second row, or actually we'll go to Gregor since he's closer.
Daulton, you guys, your lineup's kind of known for a couple things, not striking out, making pitchers work. Just that first inning, you guys forced Snell to throw 29 pitches. How much do you think that early kind of strategy that you guys had helped you kind of later on in the sixth inning when you went on that big run?
Yeah, I think overall we had a good approach off him and made him work. I mean, that was the biggest thing, and they have a good pitching and starting staff. So I think for us, just to be able to grind out at bats, knowing we needed to pass the baton to the next guy, that's been our MO all year, and we trusted it.
Second row on your far right, guys.
Addison, you walked into the Rogers Center yesterday wearing a shirt that said "I hit balls hard," and
good catch.
And I'm just wondering, just a bit about your confidence, wearing that shirt and obviously being able to make that come true.
Yeah, well, the shirt's it was something the hitting coaches gave out while I was in the minor leagues, I think in 2021. So just a free shirt. I mean, I like the shirt, but yeah, I mean, the goal is to hit the ball hard, so I'll take it.
Third row on your left, guys. Keegan.
Hey guys, I'll ask this to both of you, maybe Addison, you first, and then Daulton. What it was like for you in your moments, but also just as a teammate in the dugout, to experience that entire inning play out with that crowd?
Yeah, I think it was just, I mean, just madness. I mean, the fans are so energetic, and we really feel it. And yeah, I thought we put together a lot of really good at bats, and we made things happen, and it worked out.
Second row on your left, guys. Tyler.
Yeah, pretty fine. Ditto. I mean, it was the same thing.
Yeah, this is for Daulton. You had your best slugging percentage of your career this year. You hit more fly ball percentage ever, and I was wondering what did you try to emphasize in the off season to bring out the power that you've shown this year and that you showed tonight?
For me, I'm trying to hit a ground ball back to the pitcher. That's been my goal all season. I know it's not like what everybody says about launch angle, so I literally try to hit a ground ball right back to the pitcher, and it works for me.
Why do you try to hit a ground ball back?
It's really easy for me to hit the ball in the air. I've known that my whole life. So for me, I have to really exaggerate going down to the baseball, and it works out for me because I am able to keep my bat in the zone a long period of time when I do that.
Go up front to your left, guys. Ron.
For Daulton, did it occur to you the historical link? You hit the first home run for Toronto since Joe Carter, and the pitch Joe Carter hit was being thrown to Darren Daulton.
Yeah, that's been talked about. So getting named after him, pretty cool. It's kind of a surreal moment of it kind of being full circle for me. But yeah, it's honestly an honor to be named after him.
When did you first realize that link tonight?
I knew that he was the one that was catching when Joe hit the homer. So obviously hitting the homer tonight really, for me, didn't really mean anything for that matter of fact. But overall, it's just a pretty cool moment to kind of have that kind of his name kind of still be honored, even though they lost in that one.
We'll go to the fourth row on your left, guys.
Addison, can you imagine a better way to make your World Series debut?
No, not really. I think that's probably as good as it gets.
And then just wondered, there were 2+ hours that you weren't in the game. What were you doing during that time?
Watching the game for one, cheering on my teammates, and kind of just getting ready to go in case they need me. So I'd go down in the cage, take some swings, stretch out, those kind of things.
Right up front, guys.
Yeah, hi. Had a wonderful offensive night tonight, but can you talk a little bit about the pitching? Trey hanging in there, and then the bullpen.
Yeah, I thought Trey did a good job of getting through 3 innings. I know that they worked him really hard, but to be able to give up 2 runs to that lineup, I mean, it's pretty tough. They got a good lineup, and then I thought our bullpen did a great job of being able to kind of work off of him and be able to make good pitches when they did. And obviously, they're still a good lineup. They can come back to any run deficit. So obviously, still got to keep pouring it on as a lineup and just trust playing good defense behind our pitchers.
Addison, anything you want to add? Anything you want to add? No.
No, he hit it. He got it good.
Yeah. We'll go to Tyler on your left, guys.
Daulton, when you were traded over here, they obviously really wanted you. It was right before Christmas, if I recall. What do you remember about being told of the trade? How'd you find out? And what did the Jays let you know about, why they targeted you?
Yeah, I just knew that obviously one of us outfielders were going to get traded at that point because we had kind of a plethora of left-handed hitters, so kind of one of us were going to be out the door. Fortunately, it was me because I love being here and it's very fun to be here. Obviously, we didn't play really well that last year, and then the year before we were out in the first round of playoffs. But I think overall, I've enjoyed my time here and I've learned a lot about myself. And honestly, it was a blessing in disguise because I needed to kind of have that feeling of like, okay, you have ups and downs throughout a career, and it's like trying to figure out how to establish yourself in a career.
And you found that out in Toronto because you had ups and downs? Or
yeah, obviously the first 2 seasons weren't the seasons that I think everybody expected from me. And this season, obviously being hurt and kind of going up and down with injuries, I think overall learning my swing and what I need to do to be successful up here has been honestly, it's been one of the blessings of having our new hitting coaches here because I've learned so much about them.
Thanks. Good. Third row on your far left, Rob.
Hey, Daulton, I don't think you guys have been intimidated by anything this year, but when you're facing the Los Angeles Dodgers, the World Series champions, was there a statement made tonight, do you think?
I think overall we just played our game. We didn't try to do anything more, and honestly we just showed everybody what we can do as a lineup. And just one of those games where you got to move on to tomorrow because they're going to come at us pretty hard. So you got to be able to turn the page really quick and trust ourselves and be able to do the same thing.
Standing on your left, guys.
Hey guys, congratulations for the win. Ricardo Lopez, La Opinión of Los Angeles. What can you say about the performance of Alejandro Kirk? 3 for 3, 3 runs, 3 RBIs, a walk, and catching a great game.
You're the catcher.
Okay. Kirky's been awesome all year. He's been one of those guys that's been a staple for us of being able to be back there. And honestly, being able to catch that many games throughout a whole season is tough. I know from personal experience. But he does a really good job of being able to help our pitching staff be able to get through a lineup. I thought he did a great job of calling the game. And then obviously his bat is the reason why he's in the big leagues, and he's really good.
Second row on your right, guys.
Hey, guys, over here. First of all, congrats. This question's for both of you. Over your entire careers, have you ever had an inning that was that exciting, that momentous?
I haven't, but I mean,
off the top of my head, I don't have an inning off the top of my head that we've done something like that. But honestly, it was pretty cool for us to kind of string things together and trust each other and pass the baton.
One row behind, guys.
What do you, if you have to say something or want to say something, some words about Bobby Bichette back in the lineup, and what do you say tonight about Bichette playing second and hit in the first at bat?
Yeah, I think overall having Bo in our lineup's definitely different. I mean, he brings another element to our team of being able to have really good contact and be able to shoot the ball the other way whenever he wants. He's obviously tough out to get out, and honestly, it's great to have him back in the lineup. I know he's not 100%, but it's nice to see him grind with us, and I know for him, it's really fun for him to be back in the lineup.
First row on your left, guys.
Addison, speaking of free shirts, I think you got a free shirt from David Ortiz in the post-game
I
box.
did, yeah.
Do you still have it? I think they kind of called you out for leaving it on set.
No, I left it. It was it was Red Sox on it. I'm not wearing that. Are you kidding me?
So you have some limitations when it comes to free shirts?
Absolutely. I'm not wearing a team that's in our division shirt. No way.
Okay.
It's awesome, but no.
Do a couple last ones. Jordan on your left, guys.
Hey guys, it's really for both of you. What does it feel like to have big home runs against left-handed pitching for both of you? Obviously, that's been a big part of your development over the past few years. And how have you guys felt against lefties this season for both of you?
Want me to go first? Sure. For me, lefties has been up and down. Right away, I was struggling against them. I wasn't kind of seeing left-handed starters very often. A lot of that had to do with my shoulder and coming back from injuries, of just having kind of days off. But overall, started getting comfortable, having a better approach, just knowing what I need to swing at and what I need to take. And obviously just trying to get a good pitch to hit and trying not to miss it.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty similar. I mean, I'm trying to just put together good at-bats, left-handed or right-handed. Lefties are definitely more difficult usually, but yeah, just trying to put together good at-bats, no matter who's on the mound.
One last one for the guys. All right, I'll finish with Tyler.
Addison, when Daulton got that home run, I mean, it was the first runs of the game. What was the feeling on the bench? And you used the word madness earlier to describe the stadium. How much did that kind of ignite everything?
Yeah, I mean, that was a huge homer for us. I mean, got us right back in the game, you know. I was actually down in the tunnel taking swings, getting ready to potentially go in. So it was me and a couple other guys, and we just, we celebrated it. It was awesome. Yeah, we have a monitor in there that shows it. So we're like, and we have the broadcast going on. We, they made the call and we just lost it.
All right, congrats on an historic night, guys. Great win.
Thank you.
See
Thank you.
tomorrow.